program there.
Good afternoon, everyone.
People are.
Hey, Lisa, how are you?
All right, everyone. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Thanks everyone for logging in again this afternoon.
I got in.
We have a gardening class with Brittney, so she's gonna go over some gardening with us. See if I can find who she is. And, so just. Hey, Brittney, I just accidentally muted you. Sorry. You'll need to unmute yourself.
Okay.
All right.
I'm good.
They're all yours.
Okay, guys, how are you guys doing today?
Good.
Okay, so last time I did a gardening class, I did strawberries, and they were out of an actual packet. And unfortunately, I wanted to show you guys, but my dog decided to eat the plants instead. So I actually used it to plant something different. And it also takes a lot longer with the seeds. So I ended up not doing seeds this time because I showed you guys what it was like to lay the seeds out in the potting mix. And you guys kind of got that one. So now we are going to do, and I wanted to do tomatoes, but unfortunately all the plants were dead there. So I didn't want to get a dead plant because it wouldn't have survived. So this time we are doing, let me show you guys this. And it's already basically grown. And it's from Bonnie's, which it's a really good, they go through Miracle Grow, which is the potting mix that I actually have right here. I'm going to show you guys, see if it'll work. So it's cantaloupe. So I kind of went over a couple things like online. I kind of looked up Bonnie's and tried to figure out like certain things that cantaloupe is good for, so I can go ahead and explain to you guys what's healthy in cantaloupe and why I kind of chose to show you guys how to pot it, plant it, and make sure that it grows. Okay, so we're gonna get started. I'm gonna move back a little bit. So
Brittney, hi.
Hi, Ryan.
Hi. How are you? Doing good.
Okay, so this is Miracle Grow potting mix. I normally get this one for my plants because it also has plants, like, I don't know, it like matures the plant. It feeds the plant, which the plant needs life to grow. And it's also good for cantaloupe. I actually read up on. And then I have my potter. I have my watermelon. I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah, you guys can see it. Let me scoot you guys down just a little bit more. And hopefully we can, okay. So I have this potter. They say that once it gets grown, you can pick it up. There's a hole at the bottom. And basically the roots will start growing out of the hole once there's no more room for it to grow. And that's when you have to move it. So I just took my watermelon out of here and put it into another planter. I'll show you my watermelon so that you guys can see. I actually have a green thumb. So I grew this watermelon and I just put it in a bigger planter. I grew it inside of this planter and it was seeds at first, and this is how much it has grown. I'm starting to get flowers and little stringy things coming out of it. All right. So before I start planting or anything, we're kind of going to go over some things that cantaloupe actually needs to survive. So it needs 6 hours plus of sunlight. It has to be watered once every day. It says do not overwater it. I think it'll die if you overwater it, which that's why I have one of these, which is I'm gonna call it a teapot because I don't remember what they're called, but it looks like a teapot and it holds your water. On this side, I don't know if you guys can see it. It has all the numbers on the side of how much. This is a 2-gallon one. It tells you it's for the patio. And basically you just kind of pour. I'll pour it out so that you guys can see the water just kind of comes out. And then I just eyeball it. Once the top of the fertilizer is wet, I kind of just And then, so cantaloupe actually, which I did not know this until I bought it today and kind of looked it up a little bit more, researched about cantaloupe. Cantaloupe actually gives you your vitamin D, your vitamin C, your vitamin A. It keeps your skins, your eyes, your system healthy. It gives you iron, and it also says that it grows your hair and makes your skin glow, which I don't know if that's too true, but we'll see, because I'll make sure I bring one for everybody to try at program. If you guys aren't allergic, maybe you guys can look up and make sure that you guys aren't allergic to the seeds in cantaloupe or any kind of melon. All right, so let's get planting. So first, what I like to do is you basically pull this off. I like to stick it in the planter once it's all done, which I'll show you guys. And then there's a tab right here because it's gonna come out of here. There's like a little thing. You kind of just rip it up and pull it out. It's pretty easy doing this way of gardening instead of doing the seeds, because seeds take a really long time to grow, and this one already kind of has little leaves and already sprouted, which I kind of like. Sorry guys, I had an incoming call. There we go. So,
okay.
Brittney, hi.
we're going to be very careful with these because you don't want to tear them. So you kind of just pulling. Oops, I said don't tear it, and I teared it anyways. Okay. Pull this down. Okay, so I just basically pull it like this because I'm just going to rip the whole bottom off once it's done. Then I'm going to open up my plant mix. It also gives you easy use instructions at the back. We have a drain hole. Then it says fill pot about 1/3 full. Lay the plant inside the pot. Put a little bit more of the fertilizer in there, and then water it, and then let it drain, that's why you have a hole at the bottom. And I also have a cup.
I think he's Mr. Football. I think all this,
So it'll fit like
I don't know, let him think what he thinks. He's a football coach or something. I don't know.
So then there's little tabs to just kind of rip it open here. I just pulled it off. So now, so now I'm just gonna pour it halfway full. I will show you guys in just a second once I get it kind of to where I want it to be. It's not too bad. So I spread it around, make sure that it's all even on each side. Maybe I need a little bit more. And you'll also know when you need more because the plant needs to stick out of the top of the pot to make sure it gets sun and it's not getting more shade than sun. So, that's pretty much how it is. I'll bring you guys over to see it so you guys can check it out. So this is kind of what it looks like right now. This is just putting the fertilizer inside the pot. This has nothing in it. I have not watered it. I'm just kind of pushing it down to make sure that it's absorbed. And then I'm just going to make a hole. Just big enough so that my plant can fit in there. Okay? Sit you guys back down. See if I can do it. Or if it's going to fall. There we go.
Here is some information for what's the recovery rate of COVID-19.
So now I am going to, I'm going to actually just turn it over and make sure I hold it. I don't want my plant falling and hitting the ground because it's already going to be shocked from being pulled out of what it's been living in. Which shocked means that the roots are kind of going to be all kind of over the place. And you have to be very careful so that you don't kill the plant in the midst of it. And I'll show you guys what it looks like when I'm all done. I'm just kind of just throwing this stuff on the ground. I'll pick it up later. I think my dog's chewing on it. It's okay. My dog will survive. Let's see. So I kind of am hurting the roots a little bit because this one is kind of entangled. So if you can see, it's kind of falling apart on me, which is okay. Try to rip this down the rest of the way. There we go. So now I'm just going to kind of slightly pull off this wrap. No, you can't eat this one. Please go. Don't eat no more red lemons. So this is kind of what it looks like. After you take that thing off, there's a whole bunch of, these are called roots. And you really don't want to mess with them too much because it'll make your plant die. Now I'm going to make my hole. And I'm going to sit, that's a little too deep. I'm going to set this in there. I'll show you guys what it looks like. So I made my little hole and then I just sat the plant in there, made sure it's all even on one side. And then I'm going to take my plant mix. And I'm instructions on the back, which let me get close so I can show you guys what the instructions look like. It basically shows you step for step on how to do it. And it also gives you other options on the back of other things that you can also plant with this kind of planting mix. But I normally like to use this one because it feeds my plant. So now I'm just going to go around and finish planting. I'm just going to make sure that it's kind of stuck in there so that it doesn't fall over or my dog eats it again. And you kind of want to use a big amount. I actually got this pot mix. It's a smaller one. I think I got it for like $5 at the Lowe's right here down the street. I paid $4 for the plant itself, so it's a pretty good idea. It also feeds you in the long run, so I mean it's a pretty cheap food. You just have to let it grow. Okay, so now I'm just pressing down on it, not too much because I want the space on the inside to have a little room so that once the roots are out of shock, they'll expand and make themselves go everywhere that they want, and they have enough space. So now that that is done, I like to stick my little sticker in there so that I know what it is and I can remember, just in case I forget on what to do. So this is what it looks like when it's all done. Actually, I need to cover that up a little bit, just so that, make sure it's all covered. I got my little sticker in here. I got it all the way covered, all the way around. And now I am going to water it just a little bit, just enough for it to be moist. And then I'm going to find a place in the sun for it. I don't know where I'm going to put it yet. So I just kind of go around, make sure that it's getting all the water, make sure that it's moist on top all the way around. Because like I said, I did shock the plant. I want to make sure that the plant gets the water that it needs. And normally after shocking a plant and putting it into a planter, you want to wait about a good 24 to 48 hours before messing with the plant. Just because, so it'll survive. You don't want to kill your plant. Now I'm going to move this out the way. And if there's any questions, please ask. I also have questions for you guys. So Andres, if you want to go ahead and unmute them.
All right, so do you guys have any questions for Brittney?
Do you like to grow a watermelon?
Yes, I like to grow watermelon. I'm actually trying to move all my stuff over here so that I can put it into the ground.
When you grow watermelon,
I love plants. They're so cute.
Brittney,
I love your plants though. They're so cute.
And the watermelon.
Whatever, Britt.
Okay, one person at a time because I can't hear everybody and I want to answer everybody's question.
So what was your question, Victor?
You want mine, please? I better get going.
Mr. Question.
What was that, Victor?
Yeah, I couldn't hear.
I was just saying I gotta get going.
Oh, you gotta get going. Okay, that's fine. Thanks for logging in this afternoon if you gotta go.
Hey, Brittney,
Thanks,
Yeah.
Victor.
when you grow
Thank you.
your watermelon?
When do I grow my watermelon?
Yeah, what it made of?
I started growing my watermelon.
Oh,
I think a week. The first week of April. I put my watermelon in its pot and I watered it every day and I watched it grow.
Yeah. When you grow a watermelon and your dog will eat
Okay.
watermelon?
Yeah, you're allowed to eat the watermelon once it is fully grown and mature to eat.
Yeah. I like your dog.
I like her yard.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. What's your dog name?
Those are called
My dog's
succulent.
name is Indy.
Like
Well,
Okay, so I have a question for you guys. Whoever's left still here, I want to know what your guys' options are for the. Okay, so I know that we'll be going back to program soon. I hope, and I want to plan for you guys so that I can take to program at program and learn at program how to take care of it. So I was wondering what plants would you guys want me to bring to program? Is there any? Or is it like up to me?
So does anyone have any preference? Anything you guys want? Do you want Brittney to show us?
Let's try it.
When we go back to program in a couple of weeks, maybe? Frank has his hand raised, but you need to unmute yourself, Frank.
Oh.
Frank.
What kind of plant?
What is the plant?
Yeah.
What is the plant?
No.
How about berry?
Kiwi.
Berry.
What kind of plant?
Yeah.
Kiwi. I haven't seen a kiwi plant.
Yeah, that's a good. I haven't seen one either.
I have not seen a kiwi plant, and I just started thinking about that. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys a few options. I'm gonna do. What about avocado? You guys like avocado?
Ooh, you're gonna
Sort
plant
of.
a tree? That's a tree.
okay.
Avocados are a tree.
Jalapenos.
Jalapenos.
My teacher like Colorado. Okay, bye.
Jalapenos are a good one.
Anything else, you guys?
How do you plant a garden? How do you plant a garden?
Am I doing a garden?
Yeah, how you plant it?
I have a lot of stuff in my garden. I have a lot of things in my garden. I need to stop gardening. I won't have a backyard if I keep gardening. Okay, so if there's anything else that you guys can think of,
Lavender?
Yeah.
Lavender?
Yeah, lavender.
oh, lavender. Yeah, lavender is very pretty. We can do lavender. There's a few plants that are really pretty. Lavender. There's Johnny Jump Ups. Johnny Jump Ups are actually yellow, blue, and purple, all in one plant. Really.
Yeah.
You could do those. Those are good ones.
How about
Peaches.
peaches?
Is there anything else? I'm gonna try and see if I can do tomatoes.
Tomato, yeah.
But I didn't want to buy tomatoes.
I like tomato, yeah.
Tomatoes would be a good idea because tomatoes is used for a lot of things like pizza, like marinara sauce is made from tomatoes. You can actually put them on your tacos, cut them up and put them
Or
on
your
your
salad.
On your salad.
Salsa.
Taco.
You can make salsa out of it.
On the salad.
I think, what do you guys think? Maybe tomatoes? We can try the little mini vine tomatoes.
No.
You okay with that one?
I think
Well,
All right, Andres, I think I'm done. I got a couple down, and I'm sure me and you can figure out which one would be best to plant for.
Andrea.
All right,
Okay.
awesome. So yeah, so thanks guys for participating and giving some opinions and some suggestions
Thanks
on
for coming
things to
today. I
work
love
on.
your plants.
What's going on now, right?
And now we have a really nice garden, Brittney.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brittney.
Bye, you guys. You guys have a good rest of your day. Thank you for coming to the gardening show with Brittney.
Thank you. I love your plants.
Thank you.
Awesome.
I like it.